Okay, that's going to be ironically cynic. Well, this is a very lately so regular histrionically on my person to say for a while I just contain my actions somehow to keep an order and respect for the people I care and I love for. I do what I do. That's being cynically ironic a little bit. I am in Habanna coffee shop on Corrientes Avenue, Habanna, 4555 in Buenos Aires, Argentina. And I just were emailing and making some networks and something else that Sodom Argentina insists in go to rape and destroying and killing people all around that can relate with me and trying to say that AMI Argentina is accomplice of my person about supposed terrorism against the state of Argentina and about supposed robbery to the state making so hocus pocus espionage, and I were in a very delirious conference all over the world from this place over a delirious Android and a delirious laptop and a delirious but who's he talking to? Put me his mind so I say what it's better to say and we can act as better to act. Alright. The reality of today is simple, like we are hiding as best we can in a very reality that it is not exactly the most of the regular noticing the brother pinky. Remember today, like I was saying for a long time, pinky. The Pink Panther showed the Hocus Pocus, Balcarce Streets 50, Argentina, Buenos Aires, pinky whorehouse. And no offense, oh my God. Let's putting the things in clear. I am Alejandro Mario Blanco, REDEMI, and I am permanently under the fog of the confusional, lying, manipulation, profanity, witchy, hocus pocus, and the liars, because if we command the liars all the time, and it's what we say. So suddenly I offense the patriot of Sodoma and the Babylon in the generation and Gomorrah. Well, okay, let's put in the things in clear. Offering one each other the sacrificing around our people and around our blood and our lives. Okay, we are going to sacrifice the disgusting degeneration for the worldwide to understand what it is, justice, and the right thing to be done. About respect, orders, and the genuinity to be everyone has gotta be. Right? Let's make it the right justice for this to happen. Well, in the facts, Hetletish and Redemi mit Alemka, das Atrebalfache Hades El Shodaniniacha, Dish and Halim. Zbou Redech Hidisilim, Spetanatia Fatadia Hatanshel Inhatin Simit. And Rebotlavia Sasha Hadidi Altakniam and Achachat Allah and Matanim. Zboslu at Rebatri Deskat, Halisi Shadin, Hi Intis Imbatrenka, Gal Hadashon Nabat. Lo et radivela et ashkedrecha de selfishecha di amatleitikim. O skotlet efecha di sisnatleika baanch shoet nidim. Gatremalesh kadrecha chad. And for we to understand the reality of this soul, we can go to Yeshua in Law at the same Armageddon book, the same Evangelium of Truth, at chapter 53 over Kachniti. For you to get it in English is perfect, but the morphology, whenever you go at the Hebrew version or Antique, you can find out a very acception and profounding meanings all over the reality of the ultim in os intim. So suddenly this is like to setting in clear. And something else around this Evangelium of Truth in the Coffe word, of course, the chapter 55, you can check at Kamelem Fadiskima on the Lein Shechecha. There is the Hebrew version, which has a bent from Al-Hanim. If you go at the English version, you are going to miss a little bit, like I said, morphology. But in the 54th chapter, you have at the bottom a very intili Shechetani that says ADD Pantlodnian Hanim, which is exactly the right that it says. There is nothing missing except for the morphology and refounding at the meaning and putting in clear a lot of other things. So, Malvetrani deskivit radishia das isilim, and trobat imesh anachachita, fleshkata, Torah alberachti ishnatadecha si im botlum unsh daench diim. Gebet radishkat lesacha das isilidish trobat nimat. So suddenly there will be nice to being clear about this and to be careful. Army Argentina is under threat, are kidnapping people all around here, are still raping and destroying and murdering, and I make a body of that. Let's try the best as we can. I am just conscious about this, I am struggled about this, and I'm trying to do something about this. Lately I am not processing no much, I am not crying no much, and this is not really good. But suddenly the reality is here and happening, and I got things to doing about that, and I gotta try the best as possible. For somehow my supposed delirious, schizophrenics and psychotic and inductive schizophrenizing to people and psychoacting people so inductively about what I say and I show, and especially about the supposed hocus pocus, the Ruach Elohim makes hocus pocus on the people. Well, my press manipulates people all the time. Oh my God. That's putting the things in clear. All right. While dealing also with the schemes of my life or the situation that still this says and breathes suppression environment all around and damages all socially and all institutionally while disappearing and raping and murdering people all around, which people also denounces and goes to silence and destroyed and disappearing neighbors of the city of suburban of the Buenos Aires city for the reason of nobody to know, everybody to be hush. We know what we do because of our government, of course. Sorry. And well, dealing with my mother, I suppose we're stealing to an outlet. I'm sorry. I'm not advertising, but Google understands what I mean, and International Criminal Court accedes into the reality I do. I were robbing with my mother. With her credit card, I already bought a couple of long ago, about a couple of weeks, and suddenly I just got an offer of 600 pesos. Oh no, yeah, it were 600 pesos, sorry. Suddenly were the reality that I just bought it. If I am not wrong, it were 600 pesos. I just bought them because of my mother insisted I wanna buy to you, a couple of sports. Have a couple of sports because of all that you got already are in a mess. So suddenly have a new one, take it of it, and well, just like I need a jamamele, there says it is jamame. But Umbel Khadisha had him, and she with a credit card of her, while still my chops are robbed by making defamations and destruction exhibition for the virtual assembling of porn about my person and saying that I'm a chunky, that I'm a thief, that I'm a delirious, that I'm a psycho, all forensics and all government of the city of Buenos Aires board, and also the civil 88 prostitution of a brothel, and 7th defensory other prostitution of a brothel, Kirchners of course always, same all the time. It's a demon and also chunky and also Robert, a bleta malbetra nicheses is a robbing goblin and it's a very gay fetish, prostitute, degenerate, abomination, all the delirious dumb shit that they are actually, and the whole they are, pretending I to be, we to be. Well, Father, there's some sort of the words, but it's exactly the picture. So my mother insisted, but buy a couple of new ones and change it. I am paying for 100 pesos more, and else, little bit else, 100 pesos for more. What can it be? Take a better ones. And I wear, forgive me. Stilling. Stilling. Anybody can see there? I'm sorry, this is a very about says as the credit card, that's a retirement of my mother, her ID, my ID, and everything that we burned and in rights acquired at the living days of rehab, and everything that we possess, even the laptop, even my Android and everything belongs to them, and they didn't allow us to buy and to go ahead and to having a neither nourishing English speaking, Hebrew speaking, and making they says hocus pocus because of they says that they are God and I will be what they are. Making the tricky, delirious fever of Lucifer, hocus pocus, Sodoma, Brain Kirchner, over saying that they are going to become Hashem and all of its people, and we are going to be the scumbags that they need for they to become gods. With Luciano Troviano, Presidente del Mondo del Diavolo, Degenerato dell'Inferno. Forget it. I am with my Android too. Sorry. Delirious. Where's the communication? Oh, forget it. Oh, this insibotlenet hamalbis antachadis similar gospel and hadish and shanim del antica. Ble erat as isha hadi di alcha saemon al ble in posminach hadim. De el dikaplet ashos letinta buarcha as nidili galach dies motledatias nachtava diata lus an berg ninumbo on tesmor ledachachim. Dus we vleden is afledeni amanata golch ushuf. Das ist BLYTT. But let hamal vedash chadi and halaktika chaeshof. So suddenly I said to you with that lot edition chotonim ni ataleb drachadish chadi https www. Cuán degenerados abominables fueron toda la existencia y hoy lo venimos a ver. Followed in Spanish .int f8 os recall. The last key in my account works perfect. Even the last BLYTT I just sent a couple of minutes ago to the ICC. Amazing. My God, my hair. I had a very kahad but it's okay. Today is April 11th, 2014. Still at the longer until this tours around 1529 here in Buenos Aires, in this place, Habanna, coffee shop and trademark of Habanna products. It's very nice place to be a while drinking and eating something really light like a coffee shop to have. It's just really nice. But Otim fel Hadishim Tamet Sachat on Hanim. Alright. Information. Did you ever know what it is a Sachat Shachut? There is a very interesting thing. Whenever we understand the Bhaktan called effects, we can understand what it really means. The normal people all around goes all about the reality of the living times that they has, seeking for a chance to having something realized about how to making a realization in life as a person. A lot of people says with a very making a book to seed a tree and making a tree grow, and to go into the making about the Mother Hadishachad will be just complete. Others says at the referred same some around, but suddenly people is so in diversity in all of the different aspects, profiles, capacities, and there's not enough to the writing a book, plant a tree, and make any kind of a platform of the Dashachim to seed and block a belcha, so with the plant a blocker. So suddenly the reality of the soul is how do we do? This kind of an effects that in life we go around much of times are not exactly what we expect there to be. We, like I were telling, are not like ourselves is enough for anything we want. We live in a very communal environment. We are in a very society around, and everybody has them quests. And as they has them quests, we have ours. So forgive me, quest will be. The reality of the soul, will come around the idea that whenever we go for something, there can be a statistic around 8,000 persons can go for the same. And how much 8,000 things or possibilities or chances or elements or six around the object or the interest about the reach out on the chances for, there can be all around where you live. There is the right lottery of life, says somebody, but actually it's the lottery of world. There doesn't have to be with life. The point of this will be, a lot of times people to not go down and having less index of suicidal, destruction, crime, and felony, and any other kind of destructions and problems, and even psychiatrists says to giving chances over offering courses, capacitation, possibilities, all around like a very rotary job to giving the unemployment, DMC taxes for the giving the subventional capacities for the people to receive some chances to forward and keep on and having a next possibility on the plausible condition of the self scheme of life, and like anything you can offer it to get a job and to go ahead in a better living. So suddenly there is this reality that we are around in this world. The problem is whenever we are not in the condition for the and the reality is that we go down and we don't go up and we don't renew and we don't accede into the performing a best capacity and skills for the going up the right thing we need. And what do? Denigration is not the word. Corruption is the point. And destruction, saying not anymore, you go down. And that is not the right option for the living. So suddenly the betroti fonamatraditash kalatiach hadis mitabel fortledeshminatiach had ashachat gelintikam. For eritash melentich adashech hidintivit at esmot an leshkot an al hadi vel onshe intravel vetkin amalvet hadish ofot let ensminati. Ziel tiki meskimat al dechoab al taitish ishat edechachad vedishmenachachim. Right? So this is the point. How about if we try to build a different reality and a different future? We are not going to change the crib of the world. We are not going to change Sodoma. We are not going to change the Kirchners and all associated abomination that they are permanently go around destroying and killing and corrupting and saying for the evolution of the world, every season and every millennium and every century brought a sacrifice. They the world for something good. Let our fellows go, take them down, have a time, men rape, and destroy them, kill them all, so everything's gonna be okay, nothing happens, we are going to evolve. The solutions of Luciano Troviano and Guillermo Brain. And this, that around here, still now, saying, now you're going to see. This is going to say this other and this, nothing happens around, but he is in that pattern. See that? And he's going to say, the reality here is, witches of Sodoma, mercaders of hell, saying, put me his mind, put me his spirit, I'm going to say what it's convenient, and everybody to comes for us, kill them all, because of we got ahead of the world, and this is all going to be ours, and this is going to be our meat for we to become God. So suddenly the reality of the soul is exactly these cycles of hell, which are under the command of Mariano Darhat, which it is not a Jewish person, and put at his forged name to pretending like his real name is Mariano Advinaro. And Advinaro comes from the Il Vaticano, and Advinaro is the loggia of the Batiaca. And Advinaro is the son of a snake that we're making less humanity all around the world. And he came into here with Christina Kirchner, like the most of them, to be sheltered, and we can ahead. Everything's gonna be okay. Oh, here's no one like that, and everything is going to be fine. He's part of the government and never were this person. Never happened. She lives on it. Her enterprise. I'm gonna say, you see, we're right. Demonia. Well, sorry for this. The reality of this is in https www. Las sodomitas diablas brujas de la era argentina de Cristina Fernández de Kirchner y Néstor Kirchner y su oficialismo del ejército sodoma argentino. .int in F8, the same like before. You are going to see everything. If you need any cleaner, you do, because of this keeps on linking and Trochani, the Cop Trochan, and then the Sodomaki Trochan. Let's say it's exactly that, Sodomaki Trochan. And the reality of this point is exactly what we go ahead. So suddenly, like I was saying, any kind of a problem, like I were about to say that you are going to see, it's going to say this because of we know in the letters all the time. You can dial to International Criminal Court, New York, to liaison office, but not at the before I said. You got a DMC that you can receive in every mail that they can send you for you to post yourself in a possibilities for anything that you are in a need to your life ahead and survive it. You need to work, you need to making a foundation, to going to give any kind of a very volunteer characteristical chances for anything you can do or you know as the best, reasonable and understanding, respectable of course, and to going for the best to giving on yourself and living with it. You can go there, and surely with the best help we can do, we can try to give with the coalition in United Nations and anything like the DMC with some United Nations members and member state giving a hand. That will be good. Actually, they are agree with this, but please respect. I know we have a lot of problems and be careful around this. Let's keep the orders as best possible and check that we are trying to build something or at least assisting on the problems we, not only in Argentina, all are hating every day in this world that is falling in pieces somehow. So suddenly let's try to give the best as we can of us and integrally let's forward as the right clear truth on the evolution. Let's putting orders, rescuing our lives as best we can, trying to be safer, and whenever the evolutable, the generation abomination Sodoma and 666, Kirchner's, Luciano Troviano, Ejército Argentino, and the whole abominable degenerate associated, let's sing evolution. They are going to be where they go. Shalom. So suddenly, further this, please keep and remain safety. Every one of you in safety and safety and safely, please. And well, I hope this to be useful and I hope this to be good enough. This is now 15:40 here in Buenos Aires at the same coffee shop. My name is still Alejandro Mario Blanco Redemi. It were my ever identity, and it were accepted the Redemi, which is the last name that my biological mother and Hashem's servant gave me. And Israel, US, and Spain, and the rest of the world declares me this name, which I am called all over. Alejandro Mario Blanco Redemi. So Hashem bless everybody of the testimony of His name and to help us all, like He will, to forward in life. Shalom.